What's going on, guys, and welcome back for another Blockchain Future. A lot of people in the crypto space are always confused about hardware wallets and why they should be used. And this article actually goes over uh, not only the differences between a hardware wallet and just using a USB drive to store crypto, but actually the reason behind why you should use a hardware wallet to begin with. So I'm going to go over this really quick and comment a bit as I go through it. Oftentimes, you'll see myself, other My Crypto team member, or just some random person in the industry telling you to get a hardware wallet. And oftentimes, we hear the following: hardware wallets are too expensive. I don't have enough cryptocurrency to make a hardware wallet worth it. Why can't I just use a USB drive? Some of you might be fine without a hardware wallet, and that's okay if you're okay with putting yourself at risk, but sometimes risk turns into actual loss. We've spoken to plenty of people who opened up their wallet one day to see that their life savings turned up into no savings. And a lot of times it's because they stored their cryptocurrency improperly. And this does happen, especially if you're like over on the cryptocurrency subreddit. You'll see tons of people who get hacked. They use Exodus Wallet. I mean, nothing against Exodus Wallet, but it is a application that runs on your computer. All it takes is for your computer to get some sort of clipboard virus that will actually spoof another wallet address into the clipboard. So when you paste something, you're actually pasting the wrong address. So this is actually very true. Just a word of advice: you might not want to put your whole life savings into crypto. It's definitely a big opportunity for people, but I don't know if that's a good idea. Moving on. The point is that having a hardware wallet is a good idea, but instead of just trusting me, I'll explain why a hardware wallet is so special and why a USB drive is not so special. Hardware wallet is by far the best solution for sending and storing cryptocurrency securely. Why? They are built just for this purpose. They're built with a secure element and custom software, and their job is to keep your crypto safe. And that's really their entire purpose. From the ground up, hardware wise, they're built from the ground up just to store cryptocurrency and make the transactions safe. Sending a cryptocurrency transaction requires you to sign that transaction with your private key. Signing a transaction proves that you're in control of the private key that is attached to the address, which is your public address, public key, that you're sending from. This means that at some point before sending a transaction, you'll need to input your private key. Some people type it, some people copy and paste it. That's not safe, as I mentioned before. Some people use a hardware wallet. That's safe. A hardware wallet is unique because your private key is stored directly within the device. You never see it. You never type it. When signing a transaction with your hardware wallet, you physically press a button on your hardware wallet to confirm, thus erasing the potential of manually inputting your private key into a phishing website or having a keylogger copy it. Again, as I mentioned before. You're basically signing the transaction with the hardware wallet without ever having to see the private key or type the private key. It's literally signing, it's inputting the transaction into the hardware. You're looking at it on the hardware wallet. If you have like a Ledger, I personally use a Ledger Nano S, and I have a Ledger Blue, but when you're actually signing a transaction on the screen on the hardware wallet, it actually will verify that you're sending it to the correct address. So you can verify that it is the correct address displayed on the hardware wallet. You press a button to confirm it, that then signs it and sends it out. So you never even see your own private key. And that's what makes it safe. With a hardware wallet, nobody gets exposed to your private key, not you and not a potential thief. Knowing that your secrets are safe within the hardware wallet helps provide ease of mind when traversing the crypto world. Question: what do I do if somebody gets control of my hardware wallet? Answer: don't panic, don't rush. Nobody can access the funds on your hardware wallet unless they have your PIN. Find the recovery phrase that you wrote down and hid when you first set up your hardware wallet and access your funds using the recovery phrase with the My Crypto desktop app. Then transfer your funds to a new wallet and keep the recovery phrase for that wallet safe until you order a new hardware wallet. So when you set up a hardware wallet, whether it's a Ledger, a Trezor, there's a few others, you actually write down like a 21 phrase mnemonic phrase. It's basically just random words in a certain order, and then you can use the mnemonic phrase to actually recover your wallet by entering those words. So you actually will then hold that. They call it a seed. You hold that seed in a safe or a safe deposit box, somewhere safe, obviously. Question: what hardware wallet should I get? Answer: there are a few great affordable options that we recommend. Ledger Nano S is currently $60. Trezor One is currently $90. KeepKey is currently $80. If you purchase one of these, we appreciate it if you use the affiliate links above. I'll leave the link to this article in the description. Question: I can't afford a hardware wallet. Can I please use a USB drive? Answer: if you must use a USB drive, use it only for temporary cold storage. Read the USB drive section below for more info. We'll get into that. Question: okay, I got a hardware wallet. What now? Answer: first, check out this great guide and then follow the directions on properly backing up your hardware wallet. Then use your hardware wallet safely and securely with mycrypto.com and or the MyCrypto desktop app. Now, there's other sites you can use, like MyEtherWallet supports hardware wallets. Ledger actually has a great app. The Ledger Live app is really good. Ledger is also about to release the Ledger Nano X, which is going to basically be a Bluetooth-enabled mobile version of the Nano S that allows you to use the Ledger Live mobile app. That should be a great wallet. As far as properly setting up the wallet and using it safely, obviously you have to set up the key and just obviously follow the directions. Oh yeah, what I wanted to say is always make sure you order a hardware wallet directly from the company that's selling it. There are a lot of people that receive hardware wallets that have already been initialized, and what people can do is they actually will include when you set up the wallet is when you actually write down the mnemonic phrase. So people will actually set up the wallet, write down the mnemonic phrase twice, one copy for them, and then leave the other one in the box. So it's already set up. Wait for somebody to use it and then pull the crypto off of the address because they have the phrase and they have access to the wallet. So it's not a good idea to get a hardware wallet from anybody but the vendor that is selling the wallet. Moving on to USB drives. I don't recommend this at all. You might as well set it up on I just don't recommend it, but we'll read it anyway. A USB drive has many uses in the non-crypto world, and almost everyone knows how they work. You can use one to share a file quickly, store something offline, as a recovery drive for your computer, and much more. It does its job well, but it isn't for crypto. Agreed. A USB drive is not secure for sending transactions because a USB drive cannot sign a transaction for you, unlike a hardware wallet. A hardware wallet has the private key stored directly within it and does not expose that private key. However, signing a transaction with a USB drive would require you to go into that USB drive, copy and paste your key from a file, and sign your transaction that way. This opens up about 1 million different attack vectors and is not a good way to go about things. A USB drive can simply hold a file that holds your key, and that is it. A USB drive is generally not a useful nor safe for cryptocurrency. But if you have no other solution, then you can use a USB drive as cold storage. If you have no other way to store your crypto securely offline, a USB drive is a good short-term alternative. All you need to do is take your private key, seed phrase, JSON file, or other form of key and save it on the USB drive. For extra security, encrypt the USB drive. Make sure you have multiple copies of your keys in different locations. You do not want one point of failure. Now go hide that USB drive and don't touch it, look at it, or even think about it. This is a decent solution to secure an amount of cryptocurrency that you don't plan on using. But even then, a USB drive's hardware can fail over time, even if you never use it. So it's still better to get a hardware wallet. Question, what do I do if somebody gets a hold of my USB drive? Well, I guess you're screwed. You need to act quickly. If you have another copy of the private key, seed phrases, or JSON files, access them ASAP via their app and transfer them to a new wallet that only you have access to. In conclusion, you should really get a hardware wallet if you have cryptocurrency and want to be as secure as possible. There are always attack vectors to be on the lookout for, such as man-in-the-middle attacks and fake compromised hardware wallets. Always buy directly from a company and never, just like I said, never use a site like eBay. A hardware wallet is not guaranteed safety, but a hardware wallet and some vigilance is the safest bet for you. If it's literally impossible for you to get a hardware wallet, then you can use a USB drive to help store your cryptocurrency. But again, you got to get a hardware wallet. It's really the only way to go. And like they said in this last sentence here, a hardware wallet is not not guaranteed safety, but a hardware wallet and some vigilance is the safest bet for you. So even if you have a hardware wallet, the computer that you're using it on could still have, a clipboard virus. They could actually hijack your copy and paste functionality, and you can end up sending cryptocurrency to the wrong address. So that's why you need to make sure that you're vigilant and looking at what address you're sending to. Make sure the hardware wallet itself is displaying the address that you are sending it to. And as we move forward in this blockchain future, I'm sure this whole process will get better. Even thinking back a couple years ago to where we are now, there's a lot less friction in the area of using a hardware wallet, and things continue to get better. We have phones that are coming out. There's a video popping up in the corner right now about blockchain phones. There's phones coming out that actually have these cold storage wallets built into them. So it will make it a lot easier for adoption for cryptocurrency. That's all I got for today. Have a great one. See ya.